Alright guys, so what I have here are some of the ACT problems. These are the ones we did on 9/9/19. So I know I haven't put up videos for the other ones that we've done. I will go ahead and do that, but I want to make sure that you have these problems at least for tomorrow, or well, for whenever you see this video. But we're going over these together on the 11th, so I wanted to make sure that this video was up. So let's read the first one. So the length of a rectangle, they say, is 5 inches longer than the width. Okay, so we have a rectangle. The length is the width plus 5 inches. And the width, I just don't know what it is. Okay, and the perimeter of the rectangle is 40 inches. Okay, so everything all together is 40 inches. Okay, so they're asking me what is the width of the rectangle. So I could set up an equation, guys. Remember, this is just the length is w plus 5. Over here I have w. I could just add all these together. So remember, perimeter is just adding the two widths plus the two lengths, and all of that together equals 40. So 2 times w, because that's what I want, plus 2 times, well, my length I know is w plus 5. Okay, so I can, from here, I can already use NSolve. And go ahead and plug this in. So we'll do that here. There we go. So menu 3.1. 2x plus 2 times x plus 5 equals 40 comma x. And when I do that, I see that the answer is 7.5. So answer F. Okay, that's if you wanted to do this, guys. And you could have also just created this, start guessing numbers. So if you plug in a 7.5 here, 7.5 here, 7.5 here, 7.5 here, and then add them all up together, you could have also gotten to 40. And I saw a lot of y'all do that. It takes a little bit more time, I feel, but I feel like it's maybe an easier option to do. So you can do that as well. Okay. So here, second problem. 8% of 60 is 1/5 of what number? So first I want to find what is 8% of 60. So to do that, I'm going to do 60 times 0.08. Okay, and when I do that, again, I can use this in the calculator. I get 4.8. Okay, so they tell me 4.8 is 1/5 of what number? So obviously, guys, this has to be a bigger number, the one I'm looking for, because 4.8 is 1/5 of it. So here, all I have to do is equal to 1/5 of some big number x. Okay, so here all I'm really doing is multiplying by 5. Okay, or you could have just left it like this and do NSolve. So menu 3.1. So 4.8 is equal to 1/5 times x, so some bigger number. And when I do that, it equals 24, which is answer C. Okay, so I saw a lot of problems with this one, guys, and I think this one is a little bit harder because there's such a big paragraph to read, and also to get the info out of it is a little bit harder. So Armin is trying to buy season pass tickets for 20 home games. This is actually here to throw you off, just so you know. The cost of each individual ticket is $14. The cost of a season pass is $175. The season pass will admit Armin to any home basketball game at no additional cost. What is the maximum number of basketball games Armin must attend this season in order for the cost of a season pass to be less than the cost of buying an individual ticket? Okay, so this is what I need to do here, guys. I want to know how many games, if I pay $14, what I'm really looking for is I want this $175 to be worth it. So what I'm asking is, when is this 175 going to be less? Oops. Yeah. Than the 14. Okay? So, because if I pay for one game, like just to give you a little bit of thought, 14 times 1 is $14. So if Armin is only going to go to one game, I mean, it's better just to get the cost of one game. Okay? If he's going to go to 8 games, 14 times 8, I don't know what that number actually is. That equals $112. Okay, so it's still cheaper to pay for the individual ticket than it is to actually, if he's only going to go to 8 games. So really what I'm trying to find is, when does this value become obsolete? So all I have to do is divide by 14. So 175 divided by 14, okay, is 12.5. So when he starts going to more than 12.5 games, so when he starts going to 13 games, that's when it is cheaper to buy the season pass. So we can look at that over here. Once Armin goes to 13 games, he's now paying $182 if he buys individual tickets instead of $175, which is cheaper. Okay, so once he starts going to 13 games, that is when it's better to do the season pass. Okay, so next one here, guys. I just want to go through it real quickly, just because this is the easiest problem we see in here, but I think I was seeing problems with the way you guys type it in. So we have 4.8 times 10 to the negative 7. So guys, if I push this little E button that's over here, that right there is telling me times 10 already. So I don't have to, so it saves me a little bit of time because I don't have to write that down. So 4.8 E negative 7 is 4.8 times 10 to the negative 7. Okay, so on the bottom I'm going to go ahead and put 1.6 E to, it says the negative 11. Okay, so again, that's times 10 to the negative 11. And here I just plug it in. So this is 30,000, which, guys, from here, when I'm moving in this direction, I'm in the positive. So 1, 2, 3, I'm going to move it 4 times in the positive direction. So the answer is 3. 30,000 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. 3.0 times 10 to the 4th power. Okay, so alright, so I saw a lot of problems with number 26, 27, so let's go ahead and just go through those. So circle in the standard XY coordinate plane has a center of -1, -2, so this is C right here. -1, +2. Passes through point A, which is at 2, 6. So if I were to look at this, guys, 2, 6 would be somewhere over here. 1, 2, and then 6 puts it up here. Line segment AB is the diameter of the circle. Okay, so what are the coordinates of point B? So if I was talking about a circle, guys, this is the center and this is the edge of the circle. So really I'm looking at something that looks like this. So if I'm looking at AB, I know this doesn't look very even, but imagine that I did draw it correctly. This is point B over here. So, as if I want to find this point over here, remember, these x distance here should be the same as this x distance here. So from here I travel from -1 to 2 is 3 spots in the x direction. So that means I want to travel 3 spots to get over here. So if I go from -1 and I move 3 back this way, it's -1 to -2, -3, -4. So, I mean, I'm done here because the only answer choice that has -4 for the x is this one right here. But I can go ahead and I mean, I can show you right here. In the y direction, I traveled from 2 to 6 is 4 spaces. So if I were to travel 4 spaces down now, so this is positive 2, so positive 1, 0, negative 1, and negative 2. So this puts me at negative 4 and negative 2. So it is what I have here. So a lot of y'all were asking about that. You didn't know how to work through this problem. That's how you work through this problem, okay? 27, guys. I'm a little disappointed that you guys struggled so much with that one, especially because we're going over factors. So let's go ahead and just go through this very quickly. There's a couple of things I could have done here. Easiest one, I feel, is to go ahead and look at a graph. Okay, if I'm asking for a factor, guys, I'm asking for a 0. Okay, so where did I cross the x-axis? Okay, so if I do that, let me go ahead and just graph that real quickly. So I plug it in, x cubed minus 64. Oh, what happened here? What's this other line? Okay, so this is x cubed minus 64. Where did I cross the x-axis? At 1, 2, 3, positive 4. So positive 4, as if I write this as a factor, this is the factor x minus 4. So that is the factor we were looking for. Okay, so that is ACT problems, guys. I will go ahead and make videos for all the other ones that we've done that I haven't updated just yet, and there's quite a few. So go ahead and just look for those, wait for those, and I will see you all in class.